If there were any doubts about the Los Angeles Lakers being ready for these finals, their two explosive victories over Boston have served as a most vivid response. They have transformed this series into a track meet, and so far they haven't had to look back. And while the Lakers have been providing the answers, it is the defending champion Celtics who are left with all the questions. They are down 2-0. And now the Boston Brain Trust must figure out a way to derail this jubilant Laker Express. The Celtics were the long-faced guests at a 2-game party hosted by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and his Lakers. Today, Los Angeles hopes their good times continue in Game 3. At the Boston Garden, there's no question that for the Celtics, this ancient arena certainly helped beat Milwaukee and then Detroit in those brutal 7-game wars. And now the fans who are filing inside are hopeful today that that little green leprechaun who sits there at midcourt on the famous parquet floor will move high atop the basket and swat away some of those Laker fast break opportunities. CBS Sports welcomes you to its continuing coverage of the 1987 NBA Finals. We have moved east. Game 3, the Los Angeles Lakers, who are up in this series, 2 victories to none, come here trying to close out the Boston Celtics. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger. Mystique of the parquet and leprechauns aside, the Lakers have been awesome so far. They win by 13. They win by 19. No one knows more about what the Boston Garden means than Red Auerbach. Yet no one is more mindful of how well the Lakers have played. And I asked the Celtic president what he thought the biggest difference in this series had been.
Well, naturally, the biggest difference is not only the speed that they've shown, because we don't have the mobility at this point, but also they have hit exceptionally well. I mean, when Michael Cooper hit 6 3-pointers and Magic coming down right over the 3-point line, hitting 5 out of 6, things like that. Hey, if they keep doing it, they'll beat us. But if they come back to normal, it's another ballgame.
So the Celtics have their work cut out here, especially on defense and matching up at that forward position, and no one knows that better than the two gentlemen who called the action. Let's get out of the floor now. Dick Stockton and Tommy Heinsohn. Dick?
Thank you very much, Brent. You know, in observing the Celtics, they don't seem to have that arrogant attitude that they've always had, even when cornered in previous playoffs. And right now, they have given way to kind of a dejection or maybe even confusion right now. Now, that's not to say a couple of wins won't cure all that, but right now, they don't seem to be the way they normally act when they're behind. Maybe the home court is what they need right now, and they seem to be banking on that. Tommy Heinsohn, is it possible that the home court here in Boston may not mean all that much the way the series has gone?
Dick, I don't think the home court, the parquet floor, is going to make the Celtics' feet any faster. What I think they really need to do is find a way to slow the Lakers down. So far, they haven't found that way.
Well, Tommy, you hit the nail on the head, because there's no question that the fast break of the Lakers has been the story of this series.
Dick, the Lakers' break has been so devastating in the last 2 games. Let's take a look at what makes it go. First of all, it goes by Pat Riley's design. While it may look helter-skelter, it's very organized, with everyone knowing what their responsibilities are. Its basis is blinding team speed, with James Worthy as the fastest of the fast. The eyes and the passing of Magic Johnson make it the best fast break in basketball. It can result in a pull-up jump shot in the hands of these two, who haven't missed many. Often overlooked in this contribution of big players is A.C. Green, who fills the lane as the 4th man up the court. And just think, if none of this works, they still have the unstoppable shot. Kareem skyhook. What we need to find out today is, has Boston found a way to stop them?
Well, Tommy, you hear the crowd. They're on the Celtic side, but what does KC do to combat all of that?
Casey's been like a monk, preaching patience, and what I think they have to do is really have a better shot selection, move the ball around a little bit more. They didn't cooperate with Casey's plan. They must today to win.
All right, well, who would have ever thought that we would be saying this, Brent, on this game, that maybe the Celtics are trying to steal one at home, of all places? Back to you.
And you know, Dick, it is so unusual Never before in the Larry Bird era, which began in 1980, have the Celtics been an underdog here in the Boston Garden. Yet out in Las Vegas, the Lakers have been installed as a 4-point favorite. If you go back to the 16 years that the Celtics won championships in the NBA, they won on this floor at a rate of 5-1 or 83%. Yet they come in here this afternoon and they find themselves underdogs at home, and a 4-point number on the road is heavy indeed. So the Celtics have their work cut out. This is the most important game. If they are to climb back at all, they must win number 3. They know it. We'll be right back.
CBS Sports coverage of the 1987 NBA Finals is sponsored by Miller Lite. For great taste, there's only one light beer. Chrysler Motors and its automotive divisions, Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge, and Dodge Trucks, working together to be the best. And by Schick, maker of the Schick disposable razor and the new Schick Plus for the easy touch.
In 1973, a small bar served the first light beer. The response was unanimous.
Tastes great.
Here was a beer with its own special brewing process.
Less filling.
It's brewed from the ground up, not watered down.
Tastes great. It's less filling.
Today, there are lots of lights around, but none are brewed like Miller Lite, and none can match the taste.
Tastes great! Tastes great! Hey, doll. Sounds like our kind of place.
There's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
The sky will open. You will feel the rush of wind. This is Chrysler's all-new LeBaron convertible.
Tracks me like no other lover.
Its power will move you. Its beauty will stop
Don't
you.
wanna leave her now.
Freedom, confidence, the 770 protection plan.
Something in the way she moves.
LeBaron is beauty with a passion for driving. Chrysler, driving to be the best.
I'm State Farm Agent Jack Frank. I'd like to tell you about one of my car insurance policyholders, Paul Messer. For 24 years, we helped Paul keep his coverages up to date. Then one day he had an accident. Then he really found out about the fast, fair claim service we promised him. Great claim service is one of the reasons Paul came to State Farm 24 years ago, and it's a big reason he's going to stay.
Hi, Paul.
Good to see you. State Farm is there. I got a man with a slow hand. He's got a face that I love to touch.
Shift Disposable has a new blade angle that's designed to give you a light touch. An easy touch that's closer than ever.
A touch this easy makes me understand. When it comes to love, I want a slow hand.
The new Shift Disposable for the easy touch.
Normally, when you play at Boston Garden in June, you can expect sweltering weather. Not so today. It is very comfortable in Boston Garden, and the temperature is not a factor. The starting lineups for the game, they're the Lakers with James Worthy, their leading scorer in the playoffs and in this series, and Pat Riley, who has been all business, Mr. Serious, as coach. Larry Bird, the leading scorer for Boston in the playoffs and in this series after 2 games, and their lineup, and K.C. Jones trying to find the answer. Darryl Garrettson and Joe Crawford are the working officials, and Earl Strom is the alternate. He will work Tuesday night in Game 4. That's been the result of the first 2 games. Whopping margins for the Lakers. As we're set to play Boston in white, the Lakers in forum blue. And we're